Got them hits knotted. The bomb crack, survive by your city. Bring the terror in.
Iets later dan verwacht, maar daar was hij dan dus. Cee-Rock The Fury. En dat was het nummer. Ik ben helemaal van slag af. Zo jammer is dat altijd weer. Het nummer was Dialect Ridiculous. And I can, of course, talk a lot about this artist. But I think it's better if we let the artist do the talking itself. If it's all correct and if it's all working, technically, we should be speaking to Cee-Rock The Fury. Good evening.
Indubitably. What's going on, y'all?
Yeah. Yes. I'm so very happy that, our technical abilities do not let us down once again. Welcome to the show, first of all. As you already said before you were on the show, have a happy 2020.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Usually what I do in an interview is just to let you do all the talking because, you were there. So you have the most things to discuss. How did you start out? How did your love develop for the hip-hop genre?
Well, hip-hop been around for a long time, including my time. Including my time. I mean, I was just fortunate enough to be born in the area in the time when it was, in its conception, in its early stage of development. Before it was this big, monstrous foundation that we got right now, this institution. It's more like an institution now. Before that, it was a work in progress. And it was just mainly about artists just trying to get their name out, man. And like I said, man, this times is different. We didn't have all the technology and stuff like we got now. So the hustle was real,
Yeah, I can understand.
The hustle that people think they got it now is nothing. Absolutely nothing compared to what we had to go through. And I mean, if I had to break it down and explain it to them, it'd be like somebody on a spaceship visiting an Amish neighborhood.
Yeah. But
so like they won't get it until they try to experience it. And then if they was trying to be in our shoes, oh man, I don't even think they would make it. They wouldn't understand. They wouldn't know what to do.
No, because as you already said, back in the day, you didn't have the technology, you didn't have any examples. You needed to get your inspiration from other sources of music, be it jazz or soul or Motown or whatever. But you needed to be creative enough to turn that into hip-hop without all the technology. So it was hard work. But all that hard work did create artists.
Absolutely. It sure did. And, I'm glad that people, like our age stayed with it, and a lot of some new cats out there. We got a few out there that's kind of influenced by some of the pioneers out there in the game, and those are the ones that we kind of like want to pass the baton to because they get it.
Yeah, exactly.
They see that it's not an easy ride, and I appreciate most artists that takes the time to do the research and understand what we had to go through. Mm-hmm. Because when they understand that struggle, then they know what to do when they have the formula. Because in a sense, we're giving them the blueprint, and then. Of course, you can develop their own style from there, but as long as they have the blueprint, they'll see what we went through and how to navigate, and some of the things they can avoid because we've already been through it.
Yeah, exactly. They could watch and learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you didn't have any examples back in the day. You had to figure it out yourself. So how did you end up in the rap scene eventually?
Right. Well, I mean, we have some examples because there was artists, of course, that can't even before me. Like cats like that Kumo D and Treacherous Free and stuff. These are like cats that I was like listening to, in the early stages. And I was kind of influenced by like a lot of groups, like when I heard U.T.F.O, with the Roxanne
mm-hmm.
and stuff that blew my mind. Kumo D, Go See the Doctor, even the Big Fresh and Slick Rick and stuff at the show. All that stuff was fuel for us, but they kind of had their own niche. Your main thing to do was to kind of like be influenced by these artists, but try not to be those artists.
Yeah.
Some people tried to study it so much that they became clones, and that's the problem that they got now. With all this auto-tune and all this stuff, everybody's sounding like clones. You might as well be listening to one artist because you can't separate them.
No,
you play a track, every song sounds the same, and they all hiding behind these filters and stuff like that. Imagine if the power went out. What would they do? They would be screwed. You know, they would be completely screwed. Number one, a lot of these artists, they sing over their songs. Like when we perform, we was performing live. Like we'll have a beat, we have a break beat or a DJ catching the beat, or we have a beatboxer. And when they hearing us, they're hearing us. You know, they're not hearing the machine. They're not hearing no disguise. They ain't hearing no filters, nothing like that. No auto-tune, nothing. So what these artists need to do is I encourage our artists to be themselves today, because the minute the power go out and the show must go on, now people are going to see what you are capable of and not the stuff that you hid behind.
Exactly. And most of the time back in the day, it was, you know, just a beat creator and a rapper coming together, and it was all from the top of the head.
Absolutely. DJ, it was either a DJ, it was a beatbox. Even before that, man, like you said, we was in school rocking on the tables, you know, and you was good on the beats, you know. You was a drummer, you was doing beats on buckets, you was doing beats on tables. You had your number 2 pencils in school. We go into the lunchroom, we start doing the beat on that. We try to find the table with the nice bass on it and hit different parts of the table to get different sounds like you would get on a drum set. Mm-hmm. And that was our way to rock. And people would cut class just to hear us rock, you know, and that was like, and that was one of the things that like we love to talk about when we, you know, growing up, and cats be like, yo, you're like, how was it, man? I was like, it was incredible, man. You know, it's like kind of like how a new kid today would kind of watch like a Crush Groove movie or a Wild Style movie. You know, they seen it, and everything that they seen in that movie is us. Yeah. You know, like we were there. We are what they was watching. So like the experience, they can never experience that, because, you know, it's a different time zone, but they can feel the energy from watching it and say, yo, that's how it was. And a lot of these kids be like, wow, man, I wish I was there in that time, man.
Exactly. You know? That's the magic of a creative process, of course.
Absolutely. And that's why we're around now, man, because like we want to preserve that. You know, I mean, you know, technology is growing, everything is growing, but some things can still stay the same. You can still have that vintage vibe and whatnot. You know, like you have old cars that they rebuilt. Right? Why do these rich guys buy these old classic cars or whatnot? Because those things never go out of style. Exactly. You know, and that goes to artists too, man. We shouldn't have to be dated. You know, like some people, they put an expiration date on artists. Like why does there have to be an expiration date on hip hop? When you got these rock groups like the Rolling Stones out there performing and they 70 years old, and you got rock bands and punk rock bands and R&B singers and stuff that can go into their 70s and 80s and still do it. Why does it have to be a cap on hip hop? And it doesn't have to be like that. No, it shouldn't. And it doesn't, and it shouldn't, because, you know, people are still listening to soul and jazz music that was brought out in the 20s. Absolutely.
And I'm talking about 1920s.
Yeah, when these people hear me saying like, "Oh man, like yo, like these artists they're old" or something like that, it's funny because those same young artists that be saying that we're old, they're going to be where we are. They act like they ain't never going to age. You know, every day that we breathe, they're being aged, and when they reach our point, then you're going to have kids that are younger than them saying the same thing to them that they're saying to us, and they'll be trying to defend it, and we'll be like, we would just be sitting back laughing because we already know what the cycle is going to be. Yeah, exactly. You know? Everything that y'all doing to us is going to happen to you.
True. You already named a few names like U.T.F.O. You have performed with Doc Ice of U.T.F.O.
Well, my dog Doc Ice, man. Shout out to Doc Ice, man, for the legendary U.T.F.O. man. He's actually one of the illest rappers out in the game, by the way. I had the honor of actually, you know, like featuring on the song with him, you know, called These Streets, and he actually allowed me to release a few of his material under my Hands Up Network imprint. So I was real honored to do that, and I've been fortunate enough in my lifetime to be connected with a lot of hip-hop pioneers. That's why, like, some cats, in a sense, they consider me a pioneer because I'm affiliated with them, and I actually have, I guess you could say, respect from them, you know, from my peers. So that's definitely an honor. And I tell people all the time that there's nothing like rocking with the legends, man. Nothing. No, like, it's just a different type of energy. It'd be like us doing a freestyle and Barack Obama came out from backstage and got on stage with us. You know, the energy would just flip. You know,
but that would be ultimately cool. I'm gonna give him a call next week just to see if he's up for that.
Now the mumble rappers might bring Donald Trump. You know,
now we're moving into the section of battle rap.
Yeah, that's a different energy right there.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
But the legend...
I ran to drop the bomb on them.
Yeah, I can imagine. Now, the legend that you've already named are, of course, Slick Rick. You named U.T.F.O, but you've also been on stage with groups like Public Enemy or artists like Donald D.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, Donald D actually been out there in the UK, and we've been vibing a lot. And there's some projects that we're gonna do in the near future. But cats like Mikey D, from Main Source, we rocked together quite a few times. Silver Fox from the Fantasy 3, Dinko, and all these cats. Even did shows with Young Dirty Bastard, Old Dirty Bastard son. Just a lot of hip hop pioneers. With like Double Trouble, Rodney C. And cats like that, cats like Cool Cow, the Star Child, and Curtis Blow. These are like cats, man. Those cats, like I said, even was before me. They was actually the jump offs, and so we just kind of like watched, what they was doing, and doing our own thing and creating our own identity. But they was the ones that was before us, so Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 and all of them, Tetris 3, they was holding it down.
Yeah, they were, of course, the pioneers before you, and you, of course, looked up to them. Not try to copy them, but try to be.
Can't be Run DMC. Shout out to Run DMC. And rest in peace to JMJ.
Okay, but looking up to them for creativity and just saying, I respect the OGs. You're all there. You were the pioneers, but I'm going my own way, and you did by releasing, bringing the USA in 2005.
Yeah, actually, it's pronounced Bringing the Yowza. That's actually a song way back in the days, the cats don't know, by Chic. And, and it goes, Yowza, Yowza, Yowza. The name of the song is called Dance, Dance, Dance. Mm-hmm. And actually, there was a show called Happy Days, with Fonzie and Richie Cunningham and all that stuff.
Don't touch the hair.
Cunningham always used to say Yowza, Yowza, Yowza. So I kind of like took that word and just kind of ran with it. And Yowza, people always ask what the Yowza is. Yowza is whatever I'm bringing. Like the ruckus. Yeah. Yowza is that. Whatever I'm bringing is that energy. It's that whatever you want to call it. It's not even really a word. It's just whatever I'm bringing. That's what I'm bringing. There's so much content in it. You just got to call it the Yowza. So that's what I'm hitting y'all with. So when I hit y'all with the Yowza, basically y'all getting everything. Over that energy. It's kind of like Goku when he hit you with that freaking energy bomb, man. That's the Yowza right there.
It's over 9,000.
There you go. That's right. My hair, I'm getting older now, so my hair is changing just like Goku,
But you had a lot of performances, and you toured with artists, and you did a lot of collaborations. Did the album release change your career? Did things go differently before 2005 and after 2005?
Well, like I said, back then, it was more of a struggle because, it's hard to really establish yourself without a product out. You can have word of mouth and stuff, but once you actually have a product out, then you can kind of build up your brand a little bit. So once you have that, then you can submit things off to like radio stations and the magazines, and it's kind of premature to kind of do that beforehand. Yeah. Like it'd be like, artists saying, going to a radio station and he asks you questions and stuff and say, well, do you have anything out? Well, not yet, but we'll have the thing out in about 6 months and stuff like that. Well, they'd be like, well, wait, what are you doing here now for? It's like you gotta have something. You gotta have something to show them. You gotta have something to give them. True. So the thing is like that's what you gotta do is put everything together and then hit them with it. And I was fortunate enough to go overseas and be connected with some UK cats and stuff, and I was able to put an album out. It was a single out too, and I was also working affiliated with this company over there called Good Looking Organization, which is with like LTJ Bookham, and then I was connected also with Wolftown Recorders in the UK, which is a highly respected group and label over there. So I was part of that, and And then it just kind of like spread from there, based on my own grind. I was able to make moves on my own, like the move overseas I kind of did on my own, and I wound up doing records over there. And then the song that I put out was kind of like a top 40 over there that I featured with. It wasn't on my project; it was on another project, and it was like a top 40 over there. And then it became like an import hit over here in the States. So then I started getting my little buzz out. So every little thing I was trying to get involved with, some that broke out, and I was able to get more exposure from that.
Yeah, because I'm hoping you're not going to take this as something negative, but you have been to Europe and you've toured a lot of countries. I don't see the Netherlands anywhere in between those countries.
You know what? And I'm actually frustrated on that because I've been dying. I've been trying to get over to the Netherlands. And by the way, I'm going to put this out here now. I don't know if anybody has done this, but I'm going to put this out there right now for everybody that's listening now. All y'all promoters and stuff out there, promoters, booking agencies, anybody, these private entities, corporations and stuff, we can make it happen, man. If y'all want to bring this over, I'm willing to come over there. And if you want to set up a tour with some pioneers, man, we got y'all. We want to do this, but it's really hard when you don't have the right outlets to do it. And I don't really have a lot of connections like that in the Netherlands, unfortunately. I would love, I'm telling you now, I would love to come down there to the Netherlands. I would hit every freaking radio station, and even the independent ones, cats like bloggers, I hit the schools, universities, man. I'm going to definitely come up there and represent, have a brew with y'all, whatever, but if it happens, man, just know that I'm with it, and I'm definitely open for that. So anybody out there interested that want to rock some pioneers or cats like me, man, hit me up, hit the station up, and let's make it happen.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to that, That should really happen really soon. Since 2005, what have you been doing?
Well, I've been doing I've been doing a lot of stuff, man. I've been putting out a lot of stuff. I have, like I said, my own imprint now called Hands Up Network, and I'm actually distributed through the Orchard, which is now under the Sony Music Group. Mm-hmm. So not only that I put my stuff out, but I'm putting out other artists that that's under me. That's actually a cat in the UK named his name is Adz UK Hip Hop. And he's really talented. He's an MC and a DJ. Mm-hmm. And, I got other artists like in Sweden. And like I said, I've been releasing some stuff from Doc Ice. And then, I'll actually send you a nice little zip file of some, the artists and stuff that I actually be working with. And I actually got some stuff in the can. I've been actually sitting on stuff that I had in the can that's been willing to drop. My follow-up album was supposed to have dropped before, but because a lot of obstacles in life get in the way, sometimes life just get in the way. Mm-hmm. So it actually restricted me from doing things that I really wanted to do even before. But I do have a follow-up album coming out, and I can't give you the title for that. The title for that album is called Furiosity Kills the Cat. That would be my follow-up album.
Cool.
I may think about bringing the Yowza again because, it'd be like 15-year anniversary on that. So I might release that again along with some different mixes. And then I have another album that I've been sitting on and that's in the can and that's already done. And that's going to be a secret weapon I'm probably going to drop this year. And on top of that, I got another album from a crew that I'm in called 3DA. A lot of cats may or may not know that, but I'm also down with a crew called 3DA, and that stands for 3 different angles. 3 different angles consist of myself, an artist named Todd from the Bush, from Flatbush, and an artist named Cooley High. So we actually a crew, and we actually put a killer album. And I guarantee when y'all hear this album, I'll make sure you get a copy of that, man. I want y'all to bump that crazy. Pass that to every DJ get that thing circulated. It's probably one of the hardest albums y'all will ever hear. I'm even scared to listen to it.
I'll be happy to play that on the radio. But of course, you might know what the next question is going to be. Have you got some dates? When is the 3DA album coming out?
Can't say, but I made a promise to myself that I will release it this year. So that's what I'm saying. And there could be a possibility that you might get 3 albums or 2 or 3 albums from me this year,
And
like I said, the Curiosity Kills the Cat album I want to drop this year. So that's the Curiosity Kills the Cat album. And like I said, I might re-release the Bringing the Yowza album. And then, like I said, there was another album I had in the can. I haven't titled that one yet, so I can't give you the name on that one. But and then the 3DA album is actually self-titled, so that's 3 different angles. So y'all can look out for that. That's gonna be a real treat for y'all head nodders and backpackers out there, man. Hip hop is back, real talk.
Cool. Looking forward to that. Is that going to be as Cee-Rock The Fury, or is that going to be as DJ Big Fury?
Well, DJ Big Fury is something that I do on the side, and I might start releasing projects under DJ Big Fury. Because a lot of cats didn't know that I got to get my DJ on. But DJ Big Fury is actually something that I've been doing like behind the scenes. I've done scratches on my projects, but I never went under my name. I wasn't going under my Cee-Rock The Fury name. But DJ Big Fury is my official DJ name, like when I'm on the 1 and 2s.
Okay.
And there's a song that I released actually where I kind of like really show my skills on the scratching and stuff. It's a song called All Day by this artist named Don Jazz NYC. And me and Don Jazz, man, we actually grew up together. I mean, when he actually moved off the block when I was a kid, him and his family moved on the block. And I think that was probably when we was around like 10 years old. And, I helped him get like a ball off of his roof and stuff like that. We just been friends ever since he moved on the block. So that's like my brother now. It's like we got like over 30 years, for 40 years, and growing up together.
Oh, both born and raised in the Q sector.
Yeah, Q sector, that's right. And for those who know, I actually invented that word, Q sector. That's the word that we use. Anytime I say Q sector, we talk about Queens, New York.
Yeah.
So I'm the inventor of that word. So anybody that try to come out there, man, I will check you for that. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay. I am looking forward to 2020 because the way it looks right now, we're going to be enjoying at least 2 and possibly 4 albums from your hand or as a collaboration with 3DA.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we'll keep in touch for these new things, but unfortunately, we're almost out of time in this hour's radio show. So, yeah. This happens. What if people want to check you out before any of the albums release? Where can they find you?
All right, everybody. So I'm assuming everybody be using the internet and all that stuff and their phones. If you're on Instagram, if you type in Fury Anderson, I'll spell that for you. It's FURYANDERSON. One word, Fury Anderson. If you type that in on Twitter and on Facebook, you'll get me. You'll find me, and then just send me a request. I'll add you back. And also on Facebook, I also use Fury Anderson, but my tag is Cee-Rock The Fury, and that's CeeRockTheFury. I'm also on a bunch of other outlets, but if you go on those, you'll be able to find my other links, like the YouTube link and my LinkedIn and all that stuff. But the main ones most people use is Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So I just gave you those 3.
Yep, exactly. And of course, if you want to check more Cee-Rock The Fury, you can always check in here on Hip Hop High School, because the minute we get new work is the minute we'll be playing that.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm on Hip Hop High School, y'all. That's right. I'm on Hip Hop High School. How you like that for 2020, y'all? Cee-Rock The Fury on Hip Hop High School. That's what's up.
Thank you very much for that. We'll be using that as well. I thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. And I'm very glad with all the happy news that is going to happen in 2020.
Yeah, man. Definitely appreciate the interview. And again, to all y'all magazines out there, independent record companies, independent entities, even sponsors, y'all, drink sponsors, clothing sponsors. If y'all interested in representing us and rocking with us, man, as long as it's positive, we can build a network and let's make something happen. If y'all want a real hip-hop tour to go to your town, man, hit me up. Or matter of fact, y'all can even pitch a proposal with the Hip Hop High School.
Exactly.
And then we'll do something together in conjunction with them. Because if they help set it up, of course, their name's going to be all over the brand. And we can make some real good things happen. And, man, I'm pretty sure y'all want real hip-hop to come your way. We want to come your way, but we need y'all help to come that way. So with y'all help, we can make it happen.
I'll certainly try. Once again, thank you very much for having this interview. And we'll leave, this year and this interview with The Perfect Storm. Cee-Rock The Fury.